Thank you, Nick. Well, May is National Foster Care Month, and News 3 is digging deeper into the needs in Illinois and our region. The Department of Children and Family Services is preparing for more kids to come under their care in the next year.
And the state has been seeing an upward trend for several years and is needing more people to step up as foster parents. Our Brooke Slyer joins us in studio for part 2 of this special report.
That's right. Right now, there are more than 1,300 kids in foster care throughout southern Illinois. That number is predicted to rise while the state is trying to get caught up on an influx of cases due to the pandemic. Now, Carbondale residents Christine and Les Odell are sharing their story on how fostering changed their lives forever.
We get to learn about rocks, geodes, and sediments right now.
Les and Christine Odell took in their son Xavier as a newborn through the foster care system.
He loves sports, he loves drawing, he loves playing with his brothers.
Caleb and Bentley also came to Odell's as infants.
What is this? Tucked over.
It's something the couple never thought they would do, foster, let alone adopt.
Son in college and a daughter in high school.
However, a class assignment for Christine led the couple to getting their foster care license and a little boy that only stayed a few months, but forever in their hearts. Now the state is needing more people like the Odells to open their hearts and homes to foster children, as the number of kids in care is expected to rise over the next year, following a trend since fiscal year 2017.
The length of the visit will depend upon sort of the age of the child.
Gary Hillsman, CEO of Caritas Family Solutions, the largest foster care program in southern Illinois, says there are many reasons for this, some tied to the pandemic.
We must enact an immediate stay-at-home order for the state of Illinois.
At the start, while people were cooped up inside, calls to the hotline dropped dramatically. Parents who may have never been abusive or neglectful before could have had new stressors like job loss, COVID, or a loved one sick.
Depression, anxiety, and all sorts of other mental health issues are increasing,
putting an even bigger strain on those families who already struggle with abuse and neglect. On top of that,
we couldn't get into courts, we couldn't move cases through the system.
Then the state started to open up again.
Children are being seen by teachers and being seen by people who are required to report abuse and neglect.
Leaving DCFS workers and those who work with the state like Caritas Family Solutions and CASA busy getting caught up on the cases that were put on hold or moving slow during lockdown and taking on the influx of new cases. CASA of Williamson County is in need of volunteers. That location is seeing its lowest turnout in a decade, while Caritas needs workers and foster care parents, especially those willing to take in teens, as they are the most difficult to place.
I won't sugarcoat it. It can be hard, but it can be extraordinarily rewarding too.
Dane Johns, executive director at the Night Shield in West Frankfort, agrees.
Often that moving from place to place causes trauma in itself, and along with that trauma comes difficult and aggressive behaviors.
For more than a year, the group had a shelter program for teen girls who bounced from foster home to foster home. Johns, who's worked with foster youth for 12 years, says it takes time to break down those walls.
You're going to have days maybe where you have a setback, maybe where there's some conflict involved, and then you're going to have days where you make a real breakthrough.
While the goal is always for children to be reunited with their parents, and is something that foster care parents have to remember, sometimes foster care parents or adoption is where that child would find its most loving and safe home. Just like the first child that the Odells fostered.
He had some siblings in care also, and they were working really hard to find him a place that could take all of them together.
But their family turned out just as it should. Xavier, Caleb, and Bentley, with 2 older siblings to look up to.
We hope that these 3 boys grow up just to be fine young men who know, as they grow up, that they are loved.
Now, I have to mention that the Odell story has already been inspiring to some. Their oldest son and his wife, who live in Michigan, have also decided to foster and recently received their license. For those interested in fostering or volunteering at CASA to help children and families all across our region, just look for this story on our website, WSILTV.com. Reporting in studio, Brooke Slyer, News 3.